Hello, this is Lance Cleveland. Today I'm going to show you the new Style Gallery feature that's built into Store Locator Plus and is available to My Store Locator Plus. It does away with the static CSS files for driving the look and feel that is built into Store Locator Plus from the gallery that you can choose from, and it uses a REST server so that we can now deploy new styles without having to update your software on Store Locator Plus or update the My Store Locator Plus system. So it separates our user design guys from our coding guys and allows us to do this a lot more efficiently. Now for users, you'll see that there is a series of new themes. These are our starting themes. There'll be more added over time. And by default, we're going to start out with this default theme. This is the one that's shipped with all the Store Locator Plus and My Store Locator Plus layouts by default. Now, one of the reasons we're doing this is you'll see that this is a My Store Locator Plus deployment. This is just very vanilla HTML using the My Store Locator Plus deployment, which means all the fonts, the drop-down menus, and everything are all styled by the browser. There's no software helping it like you have with WordPress. And here's that same deployment in WordPress. And of course, in this case, the WordPress theme takes over a lot of things like the fonts, how the styles of the drop-down boxes look, and even how buttons look. And this is all driven by the theme. I believe in this case, I'm using the 2012 theme built into WordPress. So right now, the default theme doesn't do any extra styling. It just really does basic layout and things like highlight controls on the divs, but does very little in fonts. With the new style gallery, we're able to do things like more advanced tweaks. Some people are going to want this where they're going to say, hey, adjust the fonts. We want to have more font control provided by Store Locator Plus, not the theme. So now I've set this using the My Store Locator Plus system. You can do this with Store Locator Plus as well, to use the same layout but with some font management built into the plugin itself. And we'll see the biggest effect is on the My Store Locator Plus deployment on a vanilla HTML page, and you can see that we've done some adjustments to fonts and some controls. And inside of a WordPress deployment, we also take over some of the fonts, so they may not match perfectly with the theme, and some of the controls. Now, in most cases, the WordPress theme is still going to override, but there are minor changes that will be done here. The really interesting part about this is we'll be able to deploy new layouts and looks for you without having to update your software, which means if you're having some issues getting layouts working on your theme, you can now contact us at Store Locator Plus through the forums or through email. Give us some links to your live site or your staging site and ask us for help doing your user experience. And we can do that. If it's a quick fix, we'll be able to deploy a new selectable style here that you'll see automatically in your control panel, and be able to deploy that theme. If it's a more advanced update, something that requires a lot more tweaking for us to make it work inside of your Drupal site or your WordPress site or Squarespace, we can do that, and you can sponsor a theme that you can see like the one we have here from Rocktape, where they sponsored this to look really great inside of their Divi site with their styling for their theme. So we'll have those options available and be able to deploy that a lot more quickly for our user base. Also, you'll see that there is one down here. This is a Premier subscription only theme. You cannot deploy this unless you're a Premier subscriber. So Premier subscribers will have more and more active themes that they can pick from that will automatically style the site. Also, if you're an Enterprise MySLP account, you'll be able to see that as well. So this is the first step. You'll see new styles coming out that do things like enable cluster map markers or do side-by-sides. Like, for example, here I'm just using the basic Store Locator Plus plugin, and without changing any code, it can do a side-by-side layout automatically for me just by deploying that style. We'll be able to do the styling of the map with the JSON styling automatically. So there's a lot of things we'll be able to package in this new style gallery that you'll be able to deploy with one click. So that's what we've been working on. We hope you enjoy it. We hope this makes it a lot easier for you to deploy some great looking locators out there with as little work as possible on your end. Thanks always for watching, and thank you for supporting Store Locator Plus.